We're at Claudelands Arena for the final round 3 match in New Zealand. It was the Magic taking on the Steel. They won at 61 points to 57, and man, I've got to say the Steel just about surprised the Magic, didn't they?
Look, I think going into this match, people were highly in favour of the Magic, but the Steel, they came out and they said, look, we're contenders, we want to make this top 4, and particularly that feeding into Fowler-Reid tonight was exciting to watch.
Well, when you have Janelle Fowler-Reid in your team, it just gives you a huge advantage, doesn't it?
And look, even if the pass isn't completely accurate, look how she can drag it in. She's got great hand skills, but she's also got good strength through her core. Look at her there, she's getting a good few bumps from behind from De Bruyn, but she still manages to take it. Also, what I like to see from her was she was holding quite high in the circle, so that meant there was quite a bit of space behind her to feed the ball into. If she was too close on the baseline, it makes it a bit tricky for the feeders. So I think overall they've really stepped it up.
And as for the Magic, well, in their shooting circle, they had Jo Harton. Her parents were watching in the stands today, and obviously that lifted her, but she's been good all year.
Look, she is brilliant. I love her movement on court. She's 6 foot something, yet she moves like a little middy. She's constantly trying to get free. She's never just standing there, and she's accurate under that post, and she manages to get it right under the post at times as well. I think her combination with Halkini is just growing each game, and you know, it's exciting for them. They've got a brilliant defensive end, and now you can definitely say they've got a brilliant attacking end too.
Only problem with Jo Harton is she plays for England. We've got the Com Games coming up, so that means England are going to be looking good. But of course, it all came down to the fourth quarter, didn't it? And the Magic, they're the ones that showed the mental toughness in that quarter.
Look, they absorbed that pressure. They felt it coming. The Steel, they kept throwing things at them. They kept actually getting turnover ball steal as well. They turned it over from the defensive end, but they made the mistakes. Meanwhile, the Magic, the other end, they were composed, they were calm. There was lots of talk as well. Of sitting on the sideline, you could hear everyone talking, but not in a panic sort of way. They were very calm about it, and I think, you know, these sort of matches hold you in really good stead for the close ones that potentially could be coming up against some Australian sides.
Absolutely. I mentioned her before, Halkini, look at her movement, and just so aggressive. Don't you love that?
Oh, I love it. But I thought the whole game was aggressive. Everyone went out there and fought for all the balls, and it makes for a great netball match to watch.
Yeah, I think our Kiwi teams are starting to look like Australian teams, but here are the full-time stats. What stood out for you?
Look, brilliant shooting statistics for both teams, 92% and 86%. Rebounds were in favour of the Southern Steel, but again, you've got Janelle in there. She's going to pull in a few. Intercepts in favour of the Magic. Penalties-wise, fairly similar, and turnovers, you usually aim for about 20 turnovers a game or less. And what impressed me about these statistics here is the fact that the load has been taken by the goal attacks. They're not just depending on their shooters to put up the ball for them, and that's great to see and hard to defend.
So that was that. The Waikato Bay of Plenty Magic get the win 61 points to 57 over the Southern Steel.